alto saxophones. In today's lesson, lesson page 9, stretching higher, we're going to review the fingering for the note high B flat. We're also going to talk about the tempo marking maestoso, what the term tenuto means, and the term a tempo. Let's start and review those terms first. First, a tempo. It's in the red box at the top of the page. It means return to the previous tempo. So if you've got a song that has a tempo at the very beginning and changes, the composer might write a tempo later in the song, which means return to the tempo or the speed that you began the song at. Tenuto, it means to hold the note for its fullest value. Tenuto notes stretch and make sure that the note fills the entire space of the beat. Tempo marking maestoso. We're going to use this for our second example. It's in a majestic style. So we're going to think royal, majestic when we play our tempo for maestoso. Let's review that fingering for the high B flat on alto saxophone. It's the one we're going to use in number 25, stretching higher. It's 2 fingers on our left hand, our thumb on our octave key, and then we'll need our first side key with the side of our first finger. That's our high B flat fingering, and it's very similar to our low B flat fingering. We just hit the octave key and it puts it in the next octave up. We're going to need that fingering for our first example, number 25. I've got my metronome set at 73 beats per minute, which is andante, and I want to review that we're in cut time once again for number 25. So the value of the notes is half. Whole notes now get 2 beats. Half notes now get 1 beat. Quarter notes now sound like eighth notes used to in 4/4 time. And eighth notes, well, they would sound like 16th notes if we had them. We don't in this example. So just keep in mind, whole notes get 2, half notes get 1, and quarter notes get half. The values of the notes are reduced by half in cut time. Ready? 1 and 2 and ready and go. Good. So the value of a dotted note would also receive half of its normal value. Case in point, our first note is a 3-beat, normally dotted half note. Well, in cut time, that means it gets 1.5 beats. Let's do this one again and practice those 1.5 beat dotted half notes. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Very good. Now we'll move on to our maestoso, Advance Australia Fair. This is the national anthem for our friends in Australia. We're going to play the speed of this piece at maestoso, so I'm going to change my metronome, and I'm going to look for moderato. But I'm going to pretend I'm going to play royally, majestically when I play this. Yes, that's about right. Now, key signature. We're going to need to use that B flat fingering for low B flats and high B flats. Be careful on that. We're in 4/4 time as well, so we're back to our common time. When I get to the fermata, I'm going to hold that note out, and then I'm going to follow the directions and play a tempo, and I'll finish the piece that way. So here we go. Advance Australia Fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, begin. How'd you do? I hope you did great. If not, remember you can pause the video, rewind, and play along again, or you can pause the video and review the material on your own, and then use the video to help you review. Let's move on to our next exercise, the Down Home Blues duet. This is an A-B duet, which means there's an A part and a B part. The first time I'll play part A. You can join me, or you can play part B to make the duet. After that, I'll play part B, and you can either join me on part B, or you can play part A, and again, we'll have a nice duet. We've got a key signature that says we've got F sharps, but I noticed that they've taken many of the F sharps and changed it to F naturals. Be careful of that change when it applies. I also noticed that we'll be using some of our high B flat fingerings. Remember, that's 2 fingers on our left hand, side key on our right hand with our first finger, and our thumb on the octave key. I'm going to change my metronome to allegro because the tempo requires us to play allegro. 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 4 and 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and. Be careful of these tricky rhythms. Here we go. Join me or play part B. 1, 2, ready, and. Now we'll play part B. 1, 2, ready, At the bottom of the page, or on the part B, part of this duet, on the bottom line, B, we've got the figure, and there are some asterisks that require us to read use alternate fingering. And the alternate fingering they're referring to is the alternate fingering for the note C. You know, C, the one where we use our second finger. Well, what they'd like us to do is they'd like us to use another side key. They want us to use the second side key right here, while fingering our first finger like we would for the note B. When we play the B fingering and the second side key, we get an alternate fingering for the note C. Try that in that measure. 1, 2, ready, go. So my finger is going B, B, C, B, C, like that. Try that a few times on your own the next time you play part B of the Down Home Blues. So I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. I would hope that you would consider joining me again for another lesson sometime in the future. So until I see you again soon, keep practicing.